Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's lovely to have your company again today. And today I have the most amazing surprise for you. We have two of the most loveliest Glamberts that are going to tell us all about what it was like to see Adam in Cabaret. So let me introduce you. You already know Eydie, and we also have Rachel. And look at them. Look how fabulous they look. Hi, guys. Welcome.
We're back. It's like we never
Yay.
left.
I love
Huh?
it. So I'm going to ask you both, what was it like for you to see the progress? Because I believe that you saw Adam for 6 months.
Yes,
You?
definitely. Yes.
Yes.
For me, it was a full 6 months because I think I probably averaged at least once a week on the
I
average.
love I love it.
Because there were a couple of weeks where we didn't go. So on
Yes,
the average, I would say once a week
once a week.
I went
Okay. And
to the
Rachel,
show.
how often did you go?
So here's the thing. So once I found out he was going to be, I think it was July, June, July.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I got to see opening night. That's, I mean, a given. And then I also wanted to see his last show. So
Yeah,
that was the plan.
right.
Oops. It didn't end up that way because I
We all
ended up
had that
going,
plan.
yeah, that plan did not happen. So I ended
Yeah.
up going every other month. And like, because again, like the first time I saw it, I was like, yeah, I'm not going just now and then waiting till March. What are you nuts? Like, there's no way. So, yeah, every other month. So, September, November, January, and then March is when I
Oh,
went. I went 14 times.
that's brilliant. Absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant. So let me ask you this. How did it change you?
Oh, God.
How did it
I'm
change
gonna
you?
cry.
Yeah.
I'm already.
I know. I'm like already gonna. No, we just started.
Yeah.
Do you want to go or?
No, you go. Go.
All right. Well, like I said, once I heard that we got the announcement in July, I was like, because I'm a theater kid. Like I did theater when I was growing up, and all of that. That's where I found my people because I always felt like the weird kid, and literally I just was like, I don't even know what sound came out of my mouth when it was announced. I was just like, what? So how it changed me, like once you saw him like come up on that stage and the spotlight shine down on him, I actually opening night I did start crying because I was like, oh my God. It was just amazing. Like just no words. Just no words. I'm so proud of him. And again, he was like kind of living my dream. Like I was living my dream through him. Cause I know like he grew up with theater and we all have been waiting for him to do this for 15 plus, whatever it was, 15 years. And here he is. It was literally so surreal. It really was. And yeah, I can't wait for him to go back. And he will be back for sure.
I hope so.
So
Definitely.
I hope
Definitely. I
so.
agree. When
yeah.
I first saw him, the same thing as Rachel, when he first comes out in this outfit and it's completely dark and then the lights go on and he's right there in the middle of the stage and it's such a proud moment. Like I saw that the same as Rachel, like I just got like a little teary-eyed and I was like, look at him. He has arrived and he is finally, and he didn't even have to open his mouth at that point. And I just felt like he was in the right place. That was where he belongs.
Mm.
So it was a dream for him. And I remember always, every time I went to a play, I would say, why didn't Adam get a part like that? But I always thought about Cabaret. I saw Cabaret when I was 14 years old for the first time
Oh,
with
wow.
Joel Grey.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just in love with that whole thing. It was just my favorite play. So I always like when I saw Adam with all the time with his makeup and his hair and his fashion and just the way he is, so theatric and everything. I always used to say he would be great in Cabaret. So when he announced Cabaret, it was like, oh my God, Praise answered my favorite. I love that play, like that. So
Oh, wonderful.
and he has just like changed a lot of thinking, I think, for a lot of people with the way he performed the show and the message that he gave. Um, he he really felt it. He felt every word he was saying. That's my impression. So
Yeah,
proud of
and
him.
I
I'm
think
really
it couldn't
so
have
proud.
come, indeed, and I think it couldn't probably have come from someone better than him, that message.
No,
100%. Yeah, to add on that
yeah,
too, just like, a lot of fans like us Glamberts, we've seen him in concerts, we've seen him with Queen, we've seen him on those stages,
Yeah,
but I don't think a lot of them saw him like, or even saw a Broadway show or knew what it was about. You can just
yeah,
tell there was a shift. It was so different. Like not that he's not comfortable on those, stages doing his own solo stuff in Queen, but there was just, I don't know, a different feeling. Like he was back with his roots and like
yeah.
he was just, like his presence and just his comedic skills and his improv, like you can tell
Everything,
he was home and so comfortable. And I also
everything.
too had to like tell myself in the audience, I was like, oh yeah, like he put his atomisms in the character. Like I felt like I was actually watching a different person. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually had to remind myself, oh wait, that's Adam. What? It's crazy. Like because after he went to the stage door and he came out, he was like, oh there he is. Okay, and like the MC is like in the dressing room just waiting. It's like that's how good he is.
yeah,
Like he actually became the character. Like it's
Yeah.
incredible. So
And every part that he played, every costume that he played, he was a different character. You know,
yeah,
he was the same character, but he was a
a different
different
version.
character, right?
Yeah,
Right, Rachel?
yeah.
With
No,
every
like yeah,
costume, he became somebody else. He
yeah,
was just so amazing. He even his voice, like singing, he sang different for each
yeah,
song.
yeah.
Like he was a different character even when he sang.
yeah.
So, he really, really like draws you in. He really draws you into this. And like I said, he really became that part. He really felt that part. He was
Yeah.
in that part.
Yeah,
He
like he
wasn't
had
just
different,
he wasn't
yeah,
just playing it.
Yeah,
yeah,
He
he
was
was
in it.
the MC, but yeah,
Yeah.
he embodied that character so
So
well. And
much.
the
So much.
different like personalities, like you were saying, just to add on to that too, like, I mean, I even said at the stage door with Money, like, you just know when that song, that music comes up and he's like doing the whole, like, I still want those gloves, by the way. When he does that thing and I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm like, I get all tense in my seat and like I cringe because he just changes and his whole demeanor and I swear to God, his eyes changed. Like he
Size.
said, like I asked him at the stage door, I was like, are you wearing your Halloween white contacts? And he's like, no, I think it's just the lights. And I'm like, well, wow. And it's you too. Like his eyes like grow dark, like, and
Yeah.
his whole face just
Everything he
incredible.
does,
I
he
don't know how
just
he does it.
changes right
Yeah,
in front of
literally.
you.
Just
There's no trick photography with this,
yeah.
it's
There's like
live and he just
yeah.
changes right in front of you.
Literally, Adam kind of just exits his body, and now he's like full on
Yeah.
scary. I'm seeing it's like,
oh,
oh
Yeah.
gosh, what happened? It's
oh,
like
Yeah.
it's real now.
I
Yeah.
wish I could have seen it because
Oh, you
yes,
would
he's
have
a
loved
Oh my
it.
master
gosh.
performer. He
And
really,
you wouldn't have seen it just once.
Right. I was just about to say that. It's different every single time. And also
Yeah.
with the improv, I mean, he just got better and better with his improv
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Like, and
yeah,
just, interacting with the audience. And he was do that in the past with his solo tours and all that. But this is just, again, a whole different level. Like, unbelievable.
We need him
He's
back
so
on Broadway.
talented.
We
Yeah.
need him back. I know other fans are going to say, no, I can't, like, but we need him back on Broadway. That's
oh
just,
yes, please. Or in London,
Mhm. Yes.
come to
Yeah.
We could do
London.
London too.
Yeah,
Yes. But that's his stage. To me,
It really, yes.
it's
Abs,
home.
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
He owned that stage. Literally, and I mean, I think we discussed it too, me and Edie, that even when he was like on the side of the stage, when Alihi was doing her
Yeah.
number, he was
He's
literally still stealing the stage because he would do his like
steals.
little quirky things and his little facial
Yeah.
expressions and his little like just his ad libs. And I think
Yeah,
there's one point
you
where they're
can't help
actually,
but look at him
you
when
can't
he's
help but look at
doing
him.
that.
And yeah,
And
like there's one point where
meanwhile,
they're
poor
talking.
Alihi is on the
I
stage and
know.
she has to perform
But I mean,
and he's like
there's
doing all these
yeah.
things.
But there's a moment too where they actually have it's like they kind of like put it into the
Yeah.
show. I don't I think where
Yeah.
they're like kind of, connecting and talking, having conversation. He's just like, one point he's like, I just want to smoke. It's like, leave me
Yeah.
alone. Like, go perform. Get out of here.
Yeah,
I mean, I
she
So
suppose he
learned.
great.
has to stay in character all the time.
Yeah.
And so that's part of his character, isn't it?
Yeah,
To be
yeah,
that quirky and do that. Because if he suddenly stops doing that, sitting on the edge of the stage, that'll be so weird.
yeah.
But that's the thing too. He was still in character, but he was engaging as well, and with
It
the
was,
audience as well as the MC. It's
oh
yeah,
yeah.
he
If
kept
you were
in character
sitting,
the whole time.
if you were sitting where he was sitting, like because there were tables over there, our favorite tables by
Right.
that stairway, if he spotted you in there, because he knows who his Glamberts are, that's no secret.
Yeah.
And he would just like he'd look at you and he'd start making faces and like, and you're trying not to look at him because Ali, he's on the stage now, and it's her time, and he's just there making faces at you, blowing kisses, and he's hilarious, and he's just great. He's just great. But Ali, he picked up on that, and that's when she started engaging with him while he's
Yeah.
doing this stuff.
Yes.
Because it's
Oh,
like, hey, this is my song. And she
Yeah.
sang these songs so great. I mean, Mine Hair, I believe, is the song
Mhm.
that she's engaging. And I think that's like such a great song. And she does it so amazing. And I even asked her what song was her favorite one to sing. And she said that one,
oh,
Mine Hair.
okay.
So when she sings it, you could tell it's like one of her favorites because she was fabulous too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
miss them
Oh my
both.
god.
I miss them both, you know.
Me too. I'm a fan now of hers. Like, I mean, I've
Me
seen
too.
Moana, but wow.
Me too.
She also she's Sally. I mean, and their chemistry too. Literally,
Yeah,
you couldn't have picked a better pair. Like
yeah,
oh,
they just
wonderful.
worked together.
Yeah.
yeah. And they're very
Mhm.
much the same in their personality, like they're
Yeah.
just vibrant and friendly and talkative and I mean, but they're and caring and so kind to the fans and everything.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
lovely.
So yeah, she's very much like Adam,
That's
and I think that's why we like her so much too,
Yeah.
But
Such
well,
a
I mean,
sweetheart.
he got together with
besides being so talented,
right.
that woman is going places. That
Yeah.
woman is going places. She's only 23, 24.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm following her. I want to see
Yeah.
where she goes.
Me
Yeah,
Awesome.
too. Yeah. And she's such a
yeah,
sweetheart. She is so
yeah,
so sweet.
But what an
yeah,
introduction to her through Adam, right?
yeah,
Fabulous.
yeah. Who knew who she? I didn't know. I knew Moana.
Yeah.
Right. Same. That was
Yeah,
yeah. That was her. Yeah.
yeah.
So I want to bring this back to my original question. How did it change you? Because
Oh.
you're telling me all these exciting things about Adam and how fabulous it is. And I know that everyone watching this video would be like, oh my God, talk more, talk more. But I want to know if it changed you. And I know it did, but I want to know
Yep.
how. How did it
It
change you?
definitely did.
I feel that it changed me. I don't want to say that it woke me up because I was aware of what's going on in this world,
Mhm.
but it gave me a different feeling about it. Like when BB Newberg would sing "What Would You Do?"
Mhm.
I remember. I think it was the first time, maybe the second time, when she sang it. It hit me so hard because I have been thinking I'm a single woman. I'm by myself. My family's far away. And I worry about things. I mean, I walk around, I'm smiling, I'm laughing, I'm happy, and all this kind of stuff. But inside, sometimes I'm dying inside because of what's going on. And I think, what am I going to do if this happens, if that happens? And it just made me aware, not aware, but it just made me feel more comfortable because, like in BB's part, she's telling you that you have to do what you have to do, and not that I'm going to join in with any of this nonsense that's going on,
Yeah.
but I know I have to take care of myself,
Mm.
and I know I'm not a self-centered person, so I have to be a little more self-centered around all of that kind of stuff. So that's what I learned, and Adam has taught us so much, as far as anti-Semitism. I hope he taught other people. I know about that, but like, I hope he taught people because, you know, his response, you've read about it,
Yeah.
his response to people laughing.
Mm.
And one of the very last shows, somebody laughed. And when he, right, Rachel, when he said, we're scared,
I cried. That was done. That's
I
it.
cried because I said, exactly, we're all
Me
scared.
too.
We're all scared.
Yeah, that was
So
powerful.
trying to get courage. That's what I'm learning. I'm trying to get courage, not to be scared,
Yeah.
Right.
not to be so scared.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's wonderful. How about you, Rachel? Do you feel that you've learned something? Because I think all art teaches us something, you know, when we look at
Yeah.
anything, any art, you come away, especially if it's this good,
Right.
changed. It changes your thoughts, it changes your
yeah.
outlook on life a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. So I actually went in blind. I had no idea what the show was about. I knew that it was set in Berlin and in the 30s. And I'm like, okay. So I knew it. Like, but I had no idea what his character was. I love that cup. I had no idea what your had a mug. I had no idea what the show was about, all that. And I'm not gonna lie, when opening night happened, I just focused on him, and I kind of didn't really know what the story was, and the whole gorilla part, I didn't really get it because I didn't pay attention really. Don't yell at me. But like I was just focusing on him because my idol was literally on Broadway and living my dream.
Yeah,
So, and I'm getting to what's changing, I promise. But
it's
so
okay.
that's why I went a second night to really focus and, see the scenes and watch them all and pay attention. And that's when I was like, whoa, this is heavy. So, and also it really changed me after everything that happened in November. Just to touch on that, like I'm a queer lesbian. That's what I identify, and I look up to Adam, and he really helped me come out and just embrace who I am, embrace my queerness, embrace my silliness, and just who cares what everyone else thinks, Like
Yeah.
screw it, whatever. Easier said than done, but some days are easier than others. Um, and it's really the theater just coming back. I've like got to know some of the staff. I got to know some of the cast, security, my security boys, and Lauren. Shout out, all of y'all are great. It just became a safe space for me, and that's why I kept coming back, and it became like a community. So, and also too, it's really changed me. So I said that I was a theater kid. I grew up with theater. That's where I found my people, and that's where I finally felt accepted and all that. There might be some things in the future for me, theater wise, because I did promise Adam at the stage door that I was like, you're making me want to do theater again because it's been a minute, and I'm serious. Stay tuned. Some things are happening. So
Oh,
that's what changed for
wonderful.
me. He made me
Yeah.
want
That's
and
wonderful.
appreciate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I
and
so
love it.
appreciate
excited.
theater
Yeah.
more. Yeah, he's just made me appreciate theater more. I mean, I asked him this question too on his last live that he did when he was getting ready. Like, what did you learn about theater that you didn't know before? And he actually was like, well, better question. What do I, because he knew a lot.
Yeah.
And he was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what have I learned now from, after doing it when I was in my 20s, him. And same thing, like, again, I just have so much more appreciation of the theater, of Broadway. Like, I've seen so many shows because I grew up in New York, and it's just wow, just a whole, and they are so hardworking, the cast, the staff, everybody, just because
Yes.
everyone just sees the cast. It's legit a whole thing,
Yeah.
without the cast you wouldn't have a crew, without the crew you wouldn't have it's
Of course.
all together, security, everyone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That
Everyone
whole
is
that whole
together.
scene was great. That
Yeah.
yeah,
whole everybody was just
they were so welcoming, and I
so
mean I don't think
nice.
they were
Yeah.
afraid of us Lamberts either. I mean, we kind of
Yeah.
blew the roof off, like they were like, whoa.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
made it fun, we could tell that they were getting a kick out of it because we're
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
We're not all bad.
No, of
yeah.
course not. No, yeah. And of course, I mean, as you said before, Edie, he knows all his fans. He knows who we are.
Yeah.
Knows who
So
they
when you
are.
guys
He
keep going,
connects.
of
Yeah.
course, it probably boosts him a little bit too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's like a
That
more of a
everything-
comfort thing too,
Yeah,
like a safe
Yeah.
space.
he's
Like,
Yeah.
strong.
And what you don't know, I don't think you know anyway, Angelina,
Mhm.
Rachel did the party hat thing, and she made party hats for a lot of people.
Oh,
And
so I have a story about that. I actually
you
have a
took
story.
tell
So
you
yeah,
told, yeah, you tell it,
yeah,
but
I think I told you. So again, opening night, September 16th. I just dressed, I mean, oof, I came a long way with my MC look. It was rough, but I knew I wanted to, dress up as him, and my bow was like whatever. So I was just dressed up as him. I mean, you got the concept. You know who I was trying to be. And all I did was my glitter hair. I didn't have the cone or anything. That was the cone, my glitter hair. And I met this father and daughter, John and Katie. Hey, they were amazing. They've seen the show so many times. They were a fan of the show. They saw Eddie a few times, and now they were seeing Adam, and they had a cone. I will get it. They had this party hat cone. Well, don't
Okay.
ignore the signature, not yet. They had the party hat cone, and they saw me all dressed up, and he goes, "Hey, do you want our party hat? Like, my daughter doesn't want to wear it." And I'm like, so to complete my look, and I was like, sure. So that was that whole thing. They were so nice, so generous. Just we had this connection, and I actually danced on stage that night, like just full on MC. It
Oh,
was so magical. So then when I got home, I was like, all right, well now I kind of want to pay it forward. I want to like do something really special for his last show for everyone because I know all the Glamberts are going to go to
yes.
his last show and want to experience it. So I was like, and this whole like cone moment really touched me. And I'm like, why don't I just make everybody a bunch of glitter cones? Why not?
Oh my.
And that's where that was born, that idea. And
Oh,
I made like over 50 cones. And
It's great.
yeah, just the
It was
response was
so
so overwhelming.
it was so cool when the lights went on, when Adam comes out and the lights finally go on,
Yeah.
to see all the hats
oh,
Yes.
all
Yes.
around the stage, because
It
it's
was
a theater in the
amazing.
round, to see all the heads with hats. I mean, I was like, it really does look cool,
Yeah.
like,
oh
That
my.
was my vision. I was like, yes, I did it.
Oh,
yeah, like
Yes,
like
I
he
think
had to
so.
be thinking, there's my Glamberts, like
yes,
there
yes.
they are,
Imagine him
so
coming
much
out and going,
support.
oh,
Yeah, so much support, and it was really cool. That was a really good idea. So,
Thank
oh,
you.
wonderful. I'm
It
so
was fun.
delighted. How fabulous, darling. What a great idea. So tell
Yeah.
us, please, what was the last night like? Apart from
oh,
the sad
sad.
thing.
Sad.
I have to ask.
I
Yeah.
was just sad. I'm still sad. I'm dying from this. You know what? Withdrawal is real.
Yes,
Yep.
it
Oh
is
yeah.
real.
All right, I'll just tell you
Go
one
ahead.
thing that I did.
Hmm.
And my friend Darlene, and
I do.
Rachel knows Darlene,
Yes.
and my partner in crime. And she texted me on Adam's last show was Saturday. We had Monday, Tuesday night. Arlene texts me. She says, "You want to go see Orville tomorrow in the matinee?"
I love it.
She says, "I see some seats, like that." She says that we would like to have, we like certain seats and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like it's not even a week yet." And we thought we would go see Orville somewhere down the road, see, you know, wait until he got comfortable in his role and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So she's like, "It'll be good for us. We'll have closure."
Right.
So I said, okay. And we went. So I did get closure. She was right. I did get closure. And I'm just going to say that Orville is very different from Adam's MC.
Mm.
And that's all I'm going to say. So it did give me closure.
Oh,
Adam's
good.
not there. So, but it was good to go, and I miss my friends, like I went with Arlene and two other ladies, Lori and Madison.
Mhm.
We were the foursome, every week, every other day, whatever it was, whenever we went. And we called ourselves Adam's Apples because
Oh,
we always dangled the apple in front of somebody. Oh, I see a seat. Oh, I see a table. Oh, I see this. So I miss that. It's not only missing Adam,
it's
it's
the
missing it's
camaraderie.
Yes.
missing going to the city because I live 2 hours from the city. So it's missing going into the city.
Mm.
It's missing seeing my friends
Hmm.
so often, going to lunch, going to the show, going to dinner, having a
Mm.
drink, whatever we did before and after the shows. Um, I miss all of that too, you know. So it's the camaraderie, it's Adam, it's the city,
Mm.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm going through withdrawal
Oh,
The
bless
real thing.
you, darling. Oh, bless you.
because I miss everybody.
Yeah. Well,
But I
Rachel,
loved it.
that's fantastic. I'm so
That's
sorry, but
amazing.
we are kind of running out of time. So
Okay.
can we hear from Rachel quickly?
Oh
Yes.
yeah. So just, I mean,
How did
she
you
just said
experience?
it, like everything. Yeah. It's not just seeing Adam, it's seeing, I made so many friends over the last 15 years because of him, like all other Glamberts. And I mean, I've known Eydie for what, 15 years probably?
Yeah.
Damn. It's
Yeah,
crazy. It's
definitely.
Amazing.
crazy. And like, you know, it's a community. It's so much fun.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, the last show just woof. I mean, just to get really quick, so the matinee I dressed up as one of the characters, Helga, who he interacts with a lot, and that was a fun time. And then in between shows, literally me and my other glamour friends I've known for a few years, we ran to their hotel to change out of, well, I had to change out of her, and then get into this MC look. And that
Yeah,
was a party on its own. Like we were just blasting out of music in the hotel room, getting our makeup on. It was chaos. Glitters everywhere. It's amazing. And
lovely.
then, yeah, the second the spotlight came down one more time, again, I lost it. I was like, oh my God, this is
Yeah.
it. What
Oh,
the heck? Like, how did
It
the
was
6 months go
sad.
so fast? Like, really? And then he was just on fire the entire night, just lit up. It was just, he
Yeah.
gave 120%. Like,
Yeah.
he gave 110% before, but like, wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
This show was so powerful,
Oh,
the
It really
last one.
was.
And yeah, and just to have it all, like, you know, knowing all the Glamberts were all together, like mostly in the front, and then again the cones, and
yeah.
having that interaction as well. Everybody was like coming up and grabbing them, and I was also seeing the reactions of everybody. That's another thing, just to go back really quick. One of my favorite things, going back
Mhm.
every other month, I would like see people like next to me and be like, "Have you seen it? Have you seen it?" They're like, "No, we never seen it. We just know Adam from Idol or Queen or whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Get ready. You're in for a treat." Or if they saw
Yeah.
him in concert only, I'd be
Oh,
like, "Girl, get ready, because you're gonna
It
be
was,
changed." And then
yeah.
during intermission, I was like, "So,"
Yeah.
and their response was always like, "Oh my God," like just amazing. And they're like,
yeah.
"I just became a fan. Like this is amazing. Like I'm gonna follow." And I was like, "Yeah."
Oh,
So yeah, they were just blown away. That was like one of my
Yeah.
favorite things, to
Yeah.
see people's reactions who've never seen him or only seen him like in concerts or
yeah,
Idol or
Yeah,
yeah,
especially when you're sitting at the tables because you're in the front and you
yeah,
just look around the stage
yeah,
and you see everybody's faces. You know who was there
yeah,
first, you know, their
yeah,
first time. You know
yeah,
it's their
oh,
first
right,
time,
yes,
even if you don't ask.
yeah.
But I did, whenever somebody said it was their first time, I would just watch them
Yep.
throughout the
Yep.
show, you
See the
know,
reactions.
especially during the important parts, you know, like
yeah,
Right.
let's see what their reaction is.
yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Everybody
Yeah.
was always blown away by him.
Oh,
Yeah.
And just to say real quickly, he looked like a white knight when he came out that night, dressed all in white to sign autographs. And he never missed doing that either.
Yeah.
Every night he was signing autographs.
that's
Yep.
And
wonderful, isn't it? That is really
he
wonderful.
was just so good to everybody.
Yeah.
So good to
Mhm.
everybody. He didn't have to do that.
No,
So,
no, indeed.
and I'm
Well,
so appreciative that he did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my
Yeah.
darlings, we are done
Oh
with
my
this.
God.
Unfortunately, the
Okay, it's
time
really
has
over now.
flown
Great.
So
by.
much
Again,
fun.
it's like it
It's
was
time,
like it was
yeah.
over before, but now
But
it's really over.
I would
Okay.
love to say thank you very much to you both
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
much.
And yeah. And
And
I hope this
Rachel,
continues. I
yes,
really hope
yes,
you like continue to interview more Glamberts
I
in the
am
next
going to.
chapters. I wanted to mention that because this was
Yes,
fun
yes,
and they'll have a lot to say because I like to see other Glamberts experiences
yes,
as well.
definitely.
So
It is actually a
yeah,
little
please keep
tiny.
this going.
Yeah, indeed,
Yeah.
it's what I want to do. And in fact, I
Perfect.
spoke to Eydie about it because what I want
Yes.
to do is not just interview people about seeing Adam in Cabaret, because not many Glambers have done that, or
Yeah.
not enough, I feel.
Right.
And
Right.
so I want to talk to people about Adam, what their experience of him is like, and
Mhm.
also
So
um,
good.
Yeah.
yeah, when
So
did they
good.
meet him on their journey? When did they
Yeah.
meet him? What does he mean to them? So I invite both of you to come separately to talk to me about that as well in the future. That would be lovely. I really
You
look.
need about 3 hours.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But in the meantime, thank you so much, both of you. I'm
Thank you.
so
Thank
thrilled that you
you. This
came.
was so much
I love
fun.
that you dressed up. It's so awesome. I love
Any
it.
excuse to dress up. I mean, do makeup and wear glitter. I'm in. And
I love
rhinestones.
it.
Yep.
So thank you so, so much.
Thank
So
you.
for the moment, I'll say
Yes.
au revoir for now.
Same here.
We'll speak
And
soon again.
wishing you well.
Thank
Yes.
you,
Wishing you
my
well.
Cheers.
darlings.